All right. Good morning, everybody. As you know, I am Donata Priest, and I am just here today to kind of go over this media assessment plan that we talked about last week. And I went and did some research and came back, and I have a plan for you, and we're going to see what you think and see if it works for you. Um, I am so happy you guys just took some time out of your busy schedules. I know how busy y'all are, and I really do appreciate it. First of all, I want to say that y'all have done a great job uh, in so many ways with it. Really, you have. So I just really want to highlight on those successes, and we're going to build on them. And then kind of show you where you might be more effective, and then really turn that in to helping you with that. So it's not to make you feel like you're not doing good or that you're not successful or that you're failing in any way, shape, or form. That is not what this is, because I know that some of y'all were not here when we did um, go over some of these problems. Um, but I will assure you that you guys are doing great. And for the problems that you have, most of them, you're working with the best that you can. So we're just going to build on it. We're going to move on from it, and we're going to make it work the best we can. So what we're going to do is we are going to talk about your successful areas. We're going to talk about the areas that you need to just a little bit of improvement on. And then we're going to discuss on that honest ways as a team to get things done. And then we'll just recap on that and then prepare for battle. Okay. So one of your very most successful areas is the rodeo ministry. I mean, honestly, it is the most successful area. You have sometimes 600 people on your property. I was looking at the books and doing some of the agendas and looking at where they had counted not only the people who participate but also the spectators, and different ones where they had collected tickets and monies and different things, and it's impressive. So you have all of these people that are coming on to the property, and that in and of itself is huge word of mouth advertisement, because where are they coming from? How do they learn about you? So you have that. And then, as you can see in that top picture there, you have these banners that are paid advertisement from other companies. So other companies are paying you to show to show their companies to advertise. So that is another form of advertisement that you get to have, but they're paying you to advertise for them. So it's double sorted benefit for you. And then I was also told by AD Priest that you have people come from the other side of the state just to ride a calf. So they're driving 4 hours to come ride a calf and then turn around and drive 4 hours back. I mean, he did say they have a lot of kids and they do stay and play and do different things, but still, that is huge right there. So word of mouth gets around. Obviously, those people on the other side of the state have heard about you. They know about your ministry. They know about what you're doing. So that tells me that there's success there and there's advertisement. So we need to work on that right there. Okay, another area is your food ministry. So here in your food ministry, you started off in these little rooms. Um, the top picture is one side of the room, and the bottom is the other side of the same room, as you could tell from the way the boxes are going. And from what I am told by Sharon, the lady in the bottom picture that is packing the boxes there, Miss Sharon Mashburn, she doesn't like to be put on the spot, but that is her, that you have now grown to serving about 200 people a month, and you have now got a walk-in size cooler, two freezers, and a dry room the size of a two-car garage, and everything's been donated. The church has spent nothing, and just like the ministry for the rodeo, the church has spent nothing on either one of these ministries, but yet they are serving the community and getting their name out from word of mouth advertisements. So you went from the church donating food to this ministry to now the state has gotten involved and helped with different forms of help. But I just want to go back and say too, on the other for the rodeo ministry here, that that it was all donations too. The signs is huge, huge success. That sign there, now this obviously isn't a picture of y'all sign because I couldn't get a good picture because it was so bright. Um, is Can be seen forever on the road. So it is a huge success because people can see that coming or going because it is lit on both sides, and it's kept up to date. You do a very good job at keeping that up to date, and it can go months in advance. So you're able to keep that very well updated so people know what's coming and when it is. So you've got that going for you, and people are listening and they see it. And I do believe it was Kathy Priest that told me that some of the events that you have, you'll ask people, how did you hear about us? And they will say the sign on the road. And I will tell you, from driving down this road, you do notice that sign. And if you don't, then you may need to take a class again on driver safety because you're not paying attention to your surroundings. I mean, it is literally in your face there. So that is in and of itself a huge benefit, and it can be used for a long time because you guys literally just purchased it. So you'll have a long time of great use out of that sign. Now we're going to get into the areas of improvement. Now, again, I'm not knocking you, I'm just here to help you. So, the areas in which you need the most improvement is social media in every form. And it's the interaction part of it. I'm not even going to dabble yet into the internet because we know that story. So, the website has not even been touched or updated since September. So that is something that really has to be upkept. Surveys have shown that when people are looking for a church, the first thing that they're going to do is go to a website. And if that website is not kept up to date, they're not going to come to your church. And that's just fact. And when you look at your church website, it's gorgeous. I mean, the bottom picture, I couldn't get it to go all the way through because it's such a long picture, but it's the picture of your grounds. And then the second one is the beautiful sanctuary because you have such a beautiful sanctuary. So it catches their eye, but then you see that nothing's been touched since September of 22. So, I mean, yes, do you still live stream on Facebook and YouTube on Sundays at 11? Yeah, but you do not on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. So it needs to be changed. And the YouTube, I really don't know that I would keep that on there because the YouTube's very sporadic. There's only three, I think, if that, um, on there. So you don't really want to advertise that you are live streaming to that um, outlet if you're not consistent with it. Now the Facebook, yes, you do. Every Sunday you're live streaming to it, but that's it. There's not really any other upkeep. I mean, here lately, like maybe the last 2 days, there has been, but that's it. So you really, that's just something that has to be done. Instagram, there's nothing. And in today's world, if you're wanting to reach the youth of any type, you need to be on Instagram. And the good thing about Instagram and the fun thing about Instagram is it's quick. It's easy. It's just a couple of words, kind of like Twitter. You don't have to do it fast. It doesn't have to be long. It could actually just be a picture. Just something to keep your face out there. Um, you know, Twitter is another great source to have. I don't have the bullet up there for Twitter, but it is another one because it's literally just a link or a couple of words. Wednesday night service, 6 p.m., be there. Something simple like that, that you can use that will help you tremendously. Another area to improve is the follow up. You have to follow up with people. If they are messaging you on your Facebook or through your website, you have to follow up. If you don't, they are not going to reach back out. And the reason why I know that you're not is because I actually messaged you on my business page that you didn't know was me, and it took you 3 days to message back with IDK. So I know it wasn't any of you in this room because you don't talk like that. So whoever is kind of sort of maybe doing it needs to really be careful and really watch the follow up. You need to get a tech savvy person in there to help you with this, and you need to be streaming. If you're going to stream, stream. If you're not, don't. My suggestion would be, because of your internet, to not stream, to record and then post. So that brings us to the opportunities. So your opportunities are word of mouth. You've got so much opportunity with word of mouth, from people being on your arena to people being at your food distribution to people coming to the church, your church members going out. Social media, huge. Old-fashioned paper flyers with a modern swing on them. Take them to businesses. Um, Take them to stores. Take them to friends. Whatever. Events. Go to other events. Go to other people's rodeos. Go to the fair. Go to just different events. Okay, so this is actually your attendance here. No. So your physical attendance in church on the months of November, December, and January stayed pretty much about the same, except for it looks like November was your highest, and then it kind of started to dwindle down to your lowest being in January. And then, which is kind of normal because people are traveling for the holidays. And Wednesday nights, those have always been kind of low. Rodeos, as you can tell, is where your peak attendance is at. of sometimes over 600. Food distributions are pretty high. They stay pretty level almost actually with your church attendance. So those are where your areas of focus need to be as far as where your people are at is right here. This is where your actual people are. So these are where you know you can be handing physical forms of advertisement to get them out for distribution. Now, here are some ideas. So, we need to get the flyers to the businesses. We need to be taking flyers to Food Ranch. We need to be taking them to Dollar General. We need to be taking them to Family Dollar. We need to take them up to Seven Rivers Hospital and say, hey, can you give these to the nurses to put into the break rooms, to your cafeteria, to the waiting rooms? Anywhere that you can put them where the word can get out because we're having this event that the kids may enjoy, or we're having this and blah, 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 blah. Especially in places where they may need to reach out to a pastor. So, places like the ICU waiting room is a great place to bring just a info shore where it has the church's name, address, phone number, who the pastor is, and ways to reach out to the church with the website information on there, your Facebook page, those different ways that they can reach out and contact somebody would be huge. If you know somebody that's in the power plant, take and give them a flyer to put out there in their break room that they can know when you're having your next rodeo or you're having your next food distribution or a kids event. Um, get with the other rodeos that are around that these kids go to because most of them go to other rodeo circuits. Have them get you a banner sponsor paperwork so that way you can be sponsors for them because they don't have to just sponsor for you. You get sponsor for them, and then you have a banner on their gates and on their fencing, and then they see your name as well. So then they know when they know that if they're in this area, they've got somewhere to go. So the biggest thing, of course, is your word of mouth. Get boots on the ground. Go to Rural King. Get into the doorways there when people are leaving. Rural King will allow you to stand there as long as you're not being harassing, and hand out brochures and flyers and tracts and whatever, and just say, hey, we're in the community and we've got this event coming up and we'd like to invite you. Or simply just say, hey, we've got this event coming up. We'd like to invite you to come out. Easter's coming up. We're going to have an Easter event or whatever the case may be. Just be there, be in person, show the people that you're there, and then boost your social networking. Right now, anything you do is going to be a boost. So just start by posting on your Facebook every day, or get an Instagram account and just snap a picture of the sanctuary and say something about maybe the pulpit or about the cross, or maybe take a picture of the outside and say something, or of the youth. Now, you want to make sure that if you're putting pictures of any people on any type of a social media platform, especially a minor, that you have permission in writing from an adult, parent, guardian, to have their pictures on social media, just so you know. You also are going to want to get somebody in there that will help you with all of this and that is technically savvy, because let's face it, you aren't. And that's okay. It's okay to have those issues and to know it. Kathy, you came up to me and you said, "Please help. I can't do this," and that's okay. We're gonna get you help. But you need to bring in somebody that's passionate about it, that wants to do it. But at the same time, you cannot hinder them in that. Meaning, if they want to snap a picture and put that post, let them do it. As long as it's not going against your doctrine and your biblical views and it's not off the wall craziness, let them do it. Let them have fun with it. Let them run with it. And my advice to you would be let it be somebody from the youth group or a college student, somebody that is younger because they're with the times. They know what is the thing right now, and they're just gonna run with it and they're gonna do it and they're gonna keep it fresh. And people are gonna be like, oh, who is this church? Where did they come from? Because it's gonna be something new. So those are the important things. Get something fresh in there. Get somebody in there that has a passion for it, that wants to do it, because it won't be work. It'll be fun. It'll be like, oh, let me go put that on Insta. And hey, I'm going to do a TikTok. Let me do, I'm going to do a TikTok about this right now or whatever. But make sure that they also know that there's certain legal things that need to be taken care of, such as no kids on social media unless permission is granted, because you do not want to find yourself in trouble. But all in all, those are little things that you can do that will make your life so much easier, and it will really bring the people in, and then you're going to be set. You'll find out. Like Walt Disney said, the way to get started is to quit talking and to begin doing. You guys can do it. It's not that hard. It's just going to take a little bit of elbow grease and boots on the ground and faith in each other. So I have faith in you. So let's just do it like Walt said. Quit talking about it and let's do it. And I want to leave you with this scripture. Again, I say to you that if two of you agree on earth about anything that they may ask, it shall be done for them by my Father who is in heaven. For where two or three have gathered together in my name, I am there in their midst. Matthew 18:19 and 20. And that's the NASB version. I'm praying for y'all, and I know you can do it. And there's going to be fresh life, fresh breath, and a fresh renewed season at Red Level Baptist Church, with all the ministries working together and the people working together, and great things are going to happen. You just have to do the work, and I know you can do it. And the first place to start is with your media planning and getting out there. And it doesn't have to cost a lot of money. A lot of it is just stuff that you can get people to volunteer to do and help you do. So thank you again for all of your time. I appreciate it. If you have any questions, that is my email address. Just shoot me an email. Most of y'all know where I live, know my phone number. Give me a call, shoot me a text, whatever. I would be more than happy to talk to you, assist you in any way that I can, because at the end of the day, it's